Hi, my name is Tanner Skelton. I'm a project manager with 45 Architecture in Bozeman, Montana. I wanted to walk everyone through the Big Sky Water Resource Recovery Facility expansion. The expansion site lies just west of the existing facility. Most likely, this new expansion can be broken up into two phases, but today we'll talk about everything as one complete design. The expansion can be broken out into three major forms. The first form, which you can see in blue, will be the headworks building. The second form, which you can see in yellow, will be the main basin area. And the third form that you can see in red will be a control building. This building will hold offices, blower rooms, chemical storage, a garage, and mechanical and electrical rooms. There are several unique but exciting design obstacles on this project. The first one is grading. There's quite a bit of grade on the site that we will have to account for. The question is really, how do we control the grade? Where do we strategically use retaining walls to create flat sites and to create visual interest to the overall design? We will also need to control the grade in order to create easy and accessible circulation throughout the site, and that's both for pedestrians and vehicular circulation. In some areas, the facility is quite tall, and that's driven by the need for bridge cranes to move equipment in and out of the facility. The question is, how do we use design elements to bring that scale down? To go along with scale, massing is an issue as well. How do we use materials and design elements in order to break up the overall masses? The final design obstacle is overall design. How do we make the facility fit with the design and aesthetic of Montana and Big Sky? Our inspiration came from the simple but beautiful forms of the grain elevator, which are scattered throughout our state. The clean lines, varying roof forms, unpredictable massing, and durable materials are the highlights of our inspiration. We wanted to use these qualities, but in a modern and contemporary way that fit in with the Big Sky landscape. Because of the nature of the precast concrete that we'll be using at the facility, we were limited on the number of bump outs and roof pitches that we had at our disposal. We tried to take advantage of every single opportunity that we could. 3 predominant gable roofs break up the massing of the overall form, and 1 shed roof at the headworks building towards the west anchors the facility at the end. At the main basin, we are proposing a slat wall system that would break up the amount of concrete visible to the eye. This screening would not only break up the harshness of the overall concrete look, but it would also act as a guardrail on the second level when people are on top of the basin. We tried to bring down the overall scale using 2 design elements. The first being the canopy that runs along the perimeter of the facility. The horizontal line helps break the overall mass in half. It also acts as an important sheltering element that protects anybody who's walking around the edge of the facility. Traditional timber posts and beams will be the structure for the canopy. This style of structure can be found throughout Big Sky. The nature of the wood will also help soften the exposed concrete shown on the first level. The second thing we did was, instead of bringing all of the materials from the roof to the ground floor, so we broke them primarily at the canopy. The materials that we're proposing are all timeless, durable, and can also be found throughout the state of Montana in both contemporary and historic architecture. During the design process, we will also be very conscious of the cost-effective nature of the materials that we choose. At the control building, where there are low-slope roofs, we are proposing a gray standing seam metal roofing and siding material. At the gable roofs that help break up the overall form, we are proposing a corrugated metal. We are also showing that the corrugated metal is a bolder color, such as a black or a dark gray, to help emphasize those specific elements. Precast concrete will be the primary structure used throughout the facility, but we don't want to leave it exposed everywhere, going back to the scale and the form issues of the overall building. We want to be strategic where we show it and leave it exposed. The final material that we're proposing is what we're calling a composite wood slats, but it won't actually be wood. We're going for something more durable. It would be made of a composite material and potentially even metal with the appearance of wood. The project is currently in the schematic phase, so we still have plenty of time to make improvements and tweaks, but we feel like the design is currently at a point to where we need district board feedback. At 45 Architecture, we are always open to any suggestions that could help to improve the overall product. This is your facility, and we want to do whatever we can to make it perfectly fit the Big Sky community. Thank you so much for your time.